Save more on Parker House, Ashley, and Coaster. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Reading.
From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning and happy Saturday. We have made it to the weekend and, well, we are cooling off a little bit over the next day or so. Now, today kind of does begin that cooling trend, but don't be mistaken, we still have a fantastic day out there. Yesterday we were breaking those highs in the valley, those records, right? We saw some 80s out there. Not so much of that today. We're going to be talking 70s widespread in the valley. Siskiyou, Modoc County, 60s out there towards the eastern mountains, same story. We'll probably be talking some mid-60s out there too. Pretty good day, right? I do think today continues that trend of decent weather out there. You're probably going to see some of those 60s creeping up near 70 in Trinity County. Along the coast, we're starting to cool off a little bit more so there. Of course, in the valley there, lower, maybe a couple mid-70s here through today as well. Siskiyou County and out towards Modoc County, you'll be talking upper 50s, lower 60s here for today as well. Don't cancel your plans. I don't think there's going to be rain today, but we have been talking about the precipitation chances through this evening and into tonight. So let's break that down. I really think it's going to be a coastal issue to begin with, right? So I think as we head through this evening, of course, usual suspects, that's where we start to see this moisture kind of manifesting, pushing into the area. By the time we're heading through 5, 6, 7 o'clock, we're already seeing some of that rainfall in Humboldt County, portions of Trinity County as well, western Siskiyou County, of course, Del Norte County. That's to start. It's around sunset or so, a little bit just after sunset. Then it continues to push in, and by the time we're heading through, I'd say 10, 11, 12 o'clock, later portions of the overnight hours, we start to see that rain moving into portions of the valley, northern portions of Shasta County, southern portions of Siskiyou County. Notice as you head further south, it's not quite as robust to start there. Then as we head through the early morning hours, that low continues to pivot. Notice how we're starting to see that general shift in the axis of this, right? We're kind of right underneath that low. And then as we head through tomorrow, well, we continue with that scattered stuff across the area. And we do have a little bit of instability, right? We're kind of close to the source of the core energy, right? So a few rumbles of thunder could easily happen as we head through, continuing to watch this development. Right now, I think snow levels are probably going to be, we'll call it 3,500 to 4,500 feet. So on average, 4,000 feet or so, you could probably call it that there. Again, scattered stuff continues through Sunday, but it's really pushing east, right? You're really seeing that system's trend push off to the east and south. We continue with some of those through the overnight hours of tomorrow and into first half of Monday, but I think by Monday, it's pretty much gone. Now, as we head through the next couple of days, we pick up a little bit of rainfall here in Shasta County along the coast. We'll call it ½ inch to maybe portions of us 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So we'll watch that there, right? But I really don't think this is going to be a widespread washout by any stretch of the imagination. The very scattered nature of that precipitation prevents any one location from being the exact hot spot, right? So a lot of us in the valley, we might get 1/10 of an inch rather than a ½ inch or 3/4 of an inch, right? But still, if you get in some of those heavy downpours, right, you could pick up more locally, so we'll watch that. As for snow totals, again, we're going to be talking snow at 3,500 to 4,500 feet, so some of those higher mountain passes in western Siskiyou County, the eastern mountains, might have some of those chain requirements. I'm starting to think most of I-5 will be okay. Don't take that as gospel. Let's keep an eye on the chain requirements just in case some of these higher passes get a little hairy. But I think most of I-5 is going to be fine in this respect. We're also probably going to be talking 295 being all right for the most part as well. But just keep an eye on that. We have a page over on our website where you can keep an eye on chain conditions. That'll be a very useful resource on this sort of iffy sort of situation like that, right? So let's take a look at the big picture. Next several days, as we exit the weekend, head into the first half of the week, that's whenever I think we kind of loosen up those precipitation chances a little bit. I really don't see much on the way of rain chances Monday, Tuesday. I think we'll be pretty much fine in that respect. It's Wednesday, that midweek time frame, right, that we start to see some of that stuff. Now, I will mention this model does show a few showers in the upper regions of the area, like higher elevations, Tuesday, but I don't know if that's a huge threat just yet. I'll keep an eye on that, but I really don't know if it's going to be any sort of meaningful precipitation. But again, I just want to alert you to that, just to keep you a little updated here. But notice as we head towards that midweek time frame, Wednesday especially, you saw that kind of development there. We'll watch that there. I think we're going to have snow levels again in 4,500 foot range or so for that. But again, we're just not that deep with the moisture, right? We're not talking a ton of moisture with it. We're not going to be talking those widespread washouts across the area. We pick up a little more rain on top of that, but it's not enough. I think we're going to maybe get 1.75 inches, couple of us hitting 2 inches of rain when all is said and done. So here's what your pattern looks like, right? Notice that first batch of precipitation we were talking about through tomorrow. Those temperatures definitely cooling down in a pretty big way. Head a little further inland out to eastern portions of Humboldt, Del Norte County. You can really see that temperature trend downwards too. Those 60s today turning to 50s tomorrow, right? Of course, with that system bringing in that cooler air and that damp precipitation type air, that really thick air coming in. Notice the first half of the week though, really not doing too bad there. We stay in the 50s, right? We are going to be cool there, but I think most of us will be dry both days. It's going to be late Tuesday where we start to see the signs of that, though. So I'll watch that here again the second half of Tuesday, and of course Wednesday when that next batch of rain moves in. After that, looks like we might have a little bit of a more warming trend to look forward to as some warmer air pushes in across the area. So, off and on precipitation, but definitely nothing widespread across the area. You can really see that trend downwards as far as the temperatures are concerned out here. Mount Shasta City, out towards Modoc County, out towards the eastern mountains, really as far east as the state line to Nevada. You're probably going to see that same thing, right? Again, snow levels 3,500 to 4,500 feet. That's really the story for both of these systems. So let's just average that out, call it about 4,000 feet, give or take a little bit here. But I mean, check that out, 60s to 40s. That's a big time plummet as far as the temperatures are concerned by about a good 20 degrees across the area as far as those highs go. And of course, Tuesday, late Tuesday and into Wednesday, that's whenever we start to see that next batch movement. And in a lot of ways, these systems kind of resemble each other, right? A lot of us are probably going to see rain when all said and done with it. I'm not saying everybody's going to get an inch. I really don't even know if that's going to be the case, right? But still, Sunday through the time frame of about Wednesday, that's whenever we see those off and on chances, right? So enjoy those 70s today, because it's definitely not something that is guaranteed, especially over the next few days as the temperatures plummet. We see those rain chances tomorrow and Wednesday. We're going to stay a little bit cool, especially after these last couple of days. Some of us might be missing those spring-like temperatures.
Save more on our huge selection of Nectar, Dream Cloud, Sierra Sleep, and Diamond Mattress. Furniture and Mattress 86, across from the Churn Creek Post Office on Merchant Street, Reading.